What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this 3D effect in Adobe Premiere Pro. Let's open up a new Premiere project. We're going to name this 3D effect. I'm going to go up here to this project template and make sure I have standard template selected. The reason I did this is because the pictures that I'm going to be using aren't the correct size. I want my video to be your typical standard size. And I'm just going to go ahead and click create. So I have these 4 images here. I'm just going to take these and just drag them into my media project folder. All right, so first what I'm going to do is, using the template, is drag this 4K into here. So that should set my frame size correctly. So this effect is actually pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to go up to effects and we're just going to use the search. I'm going to type 3D in the search bar, and I want this basic 3D effect. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it onto my first clip. Now we're going to go to effect controls. What's really important is this swivel effect, and we're going to do some keyframing with that. Essentially what this is going to do is it's going to convert our image into a 3D object. And so what we're going to do is we're going to scale up the picture to be past the frame and then make it swivel so it almost looks like it's panning. So you see, this is the edges of the image, and I'm just going to take them past our frame. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm at the start of my clip, and I'm going to hit the keyframe on this swivel effect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in here -4, and now what we're going to do is we're going to drag this to the end of our clip, and I'm going to double click here in the swivel keyframe, and this time I'm going to type 4, +4. So now when we play our clip, it should move and swivel. You want to make sure that the numbers stay pretty small. I find that using -4 and 4 works pretty well. Sometimes, depending on the image, the amount of swivel that you input can be a little jarring. If it's looking weird to you, play around with the numbers, make them bigger, make them smaller, see if that helps. So now what I'm going to do, and you don't have to do this, but I feel it typically works pretty well using this effect when the direction of the swivel alternates each clip. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on my clip that has the effect. I'm going to hit copy. On my next clip, I'm going to do this option called paste attributes, and I'm going to make sure that the basic 3D effect is selected. I'm going to hit OK. And so that's going to apply the same effect to our second clip, but I do want it to swivel a different direction. So what I'm going to do is drag this back to the start, select this keyframe, and I'm going to change the first keyframe swivel to a +4. And then I'm going to drag over to my last keyframe, and I'm going to change this one to a -4. So now, as we watch the clip, you see it's swiveling this direction, and now it's going to go the opposite direction. So while I was editing the video, I started to notice, after applying these swivel keyframes, these black bars were showing up on the sides of my clips. As you notice, when these clips are in motion, the black bars don't show up, but when I stop, they're there. And after exporting the video, I did notice that these black bars were still there. The reason for this is that the image size is not matching up with the frame size of the project. On this first clip, it worked fine. On the third clip, it worked fine. But the second and fourth clips seem to have these black bars. A temporary solution for this would be just to make sure that your image is sized up past the frame still. Hopefully your images have enough quality that this works scaling it up this much. If they don't, you might want to find different pictures. I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm gonna speed up this next part a little bit. This is just me putting finishing touches on this little video, and then we'll take a look at the final product once I'm done.